It is August 15th. Let's take a look what S&P 500 future is telling us. It is telling us that the price had reached danger zone levels and the bearish trend is getting a bit tired. But that was a collapse we monitored for and I spelled out yesterday. Buckle up, as that was the inception of bearish trend and it was incredibly powerful. So will ES finally give us a pullback? Will ES finally take a pause? Pay attention to at the dance at decision point 1 yesterday. It was quite fascinating as overnight ES continued dancing and finally blasted through this level. This is a reminder. Know where the end of the minor trend level is. Know what not to enter into. Absolutely critical and absolutely essential to remember. So there we go. Will ES give us a pullback? We're gonna monitor that, but let's see what the longer time frame on ES is telling us. How fascinating is this? There we go. On a longer time frame on ES, price still has plenty of space to the downside. Price has until 1657.75, but this is a reminder. Take a look what happened on ES when price came to decision point 1. 3 days ES danced at these levels and finally last night blasted through. And that's the magic of the puzzle. 1679 is the level where our guiding light 1 hour had decision point 1 as well. How fascinating, how puzzle-like seeing that evolution of the price. The dance on 1 hour, 1679 and a quarter, correlates with the dance on daily, 1679. So once again, this chart is showing ES non-stoppable all the way to 1657.75. So once again, this is a reminder, entering in the middle of the bearish trend without pullback, not a prudent thing to do. Currently, I'm simply monitoring the structure, monitoring for the pullback. I will have to exercise absolute patience and discipline before I can touch the price. So 1657.75 is a level I would be incredibly interested in. But let's take a look on our weekly chart. What is ES weekly telling us? All the levels drawn in April 2011. There we go. ES is staging quite a fascinating, very impressive collapse. But 1657 will be very critical to see if ES will find a meaningful and powerful reversal. But this is a reminder of what we witnessed in the month of May. Very critical, very powerful bearish three-wave correction, and the rally had continued. So 1657 will be very critical level on ES to see if this is bearish pullback or if this is bearish reversal. That would be very critical because bulls are still quite powerful. Bullish structure still has potential reaching all the way to 1825.75. But that's the power of pure price. That's a level that shows you very clearly and very far in advance where all the levels are. Oil even more magnificent, incredibly precise, incredibly clear, with very powerful hourly formations and hourly trades yesterday, as discussed with our students. Here's where oil took a very powerful collapse that we witnessed yesterday and staged a magnificent reversal, which we got twice yesterday on oil. And this is what happened when price reached danger zone level. Currently, I expect oil to collapse potentially all the way to 107. 107 is a level I will be monitoring on oil to the downside on my guiding light 1 hour. But don't be fooled, as oil showing potential of eventually making all the way to 108.41. Why is 108.41 so powerful? The magic of the puzzle still on. As we're witnessing on weekly chart, it's a brick wall on weekly chart. 108.40 is not to be ignored when you see that very powerful correlation that has an addition of daily levels. It's very, very powerful and it's not to be ignored. So bottom line, oil, our guiding light 1 hour, had reached danger zone levels. We're seeing corrections, we're seeing dancing. So currently oil is pushes all the way to the downside. I'm incredibly excited to see what oil will do at 107. That's the level I will be excited at taking a long trade. But do remember the fact that oil already had reached danger zone levels, and therefore it is not to be ignored, it is to be respected highly. We'll be monitoring formations on oil with extreme caution before I will take a long trade, because we know acquiring long position anywhere in danger zone levels is pretty aggressive trading. So ideally, push all the way to 107, I would have a lot more confidence to catch a long. Catching long anywhere here is incredibly aggressive trading. But again, oil has potential all the way to 108.41. So, let's read the pure price. Let's have a fantastic day.